Hi guys, it is Dom from WrestleSphere here, fresh off an interview with Mustafa Ali ahead of Night of Champions and an epic clash with Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. This interview goes much deeper than that though. We talk about Mustafa's legacy, what he wants to achieve with the rest of his time in WWE, what it means to him to be performing for the people of Jeddah in Saudi Arabia, and so much more. This is one of my favourite interviews I've ever done with a WWE superstar. I want to thank WWE for the opportunity, and I want to thank Mustafa for his time as well. Really appreciate you guys watching this. Thank you for your support. We'll see you soon. Brilliant. Mustafa, it's a pleasure to sit with you today. How are you doing, mate?
Dom, how are you, my man?
I'm good. Those shades are looking awesome. Kicking us off then, it's been a great week for you. It was great to see you positive, Ali, beaming on Raw. On an emotional level, obviously you could see it in your face. You could see the sort of the enjoyment and the happiness there. On an emotional level, what does it mean to you to be on this stage for WWE in Jeddah in such a high stakes match at Night of Champions against Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship?
It's an incredible feeling, in this industry and what we do, there's a lot of highs, there's a lot of lows, and I've been riding a couple lows, especially since the beginning of this year. And to see that, putting your head down, putting in the work, reinventing yourself, showing up to work with this positive mindset, it's finally paid off. I have this huge opportunity to finally become a champion in WWE. I've been with the company since November of 2016. And I've yet to capture a championship. And I know a lot of fans have been calling for it. A lot of fans have been hoping for it. I've been calling for it. I've been hoping for it. And at Night of Champions, I can make that a reality.
I'm so excited for you, mate. I really am. How much do you think about your legacy when it comes to WWE and big level matches like this? Because you obviously you had an incredible run as the heart and soul of 205 Live. You were a hacker in Retribution. You were nearly a politician. So in terms of your legacy, do you think much about that in a WWE context?
Initially I did, and I think that was kind of dangerous for me because I took things personally when they didn't work out. I wanted to be this, I wanted to be this. And from a business standpoint, those decisions were made to not go that route. And you take it personally because it's not an ego thing. It's just because you're passionate about it. You love something and you can kill it. You can take it to the next level, not just for yourself, but for the company. And at the end of the day, you're looking to grow. So when that gets stopped, there's frustration that comes with it. There's anger, again, and it's all stemmed from passion. I'm just a passionate guy. I love what I do and I want to do more of it. So now with this character and whatnot, and looking back and really talking to people within my community leaders, people from my background, I found out that I think my real legacy is I'm a disruptor. I'm the guy that came in that wasn't supposed to be there. You've never seen someone that looks like me. You've never seen someone that looks like me be put into these different positions as I had before. So and one of the greatest of all time, Paul Heyman, he called me a disruptor. He dubbed me the disruptor, and he said something that was so incredible that I took it to heart. He said disruptors often don't benefit from the disruption; it's the people that after them. So I said that's my legacy. I'm going to be the guy that paved the road. I'm going to be the guy that opened the door. I'm going to be the guy that knocked down a wall. I may not be a champion. I hope to change that at Night of Champions. I may not be a champion. I may not go down as a GOAT. I may not have this crazy Hall of Fame career, but I'm knocking down the walls. I'm creating the road for Muhammad or Aisha or anyone that has a name like Mustafa behind me for them to do it. That's my legacy.
Absolutely, man. I love it. The disruptor. I really like that as well myself. That's awesome. And one of the things I've noticed about you over the years is you feel like a storyteller. You're a storyteller. Again, you can hear it in your promos, whether that was with Retribution or now, that emotion that I talked about earlier is there for you. And I wonder, there's a lot of talk about finishing stories and stuff in WWE at the minute. And, from working as a police officer in Chicago to grafting, to getting to this stage now, I wonder if you could tell me, what does the next chapter for you look like, win or lose at Night of Champions? Can you visualize that for me?
I think the next chapter is telling the real story. I think in WWE specifically, I've been trying to find my way, and everyone knows me as this passionate performer, this passionate storyteller. and becoming from 205, being a cruiserweight, you kind of have this assumption about you that you're just a guy that does moves. But anyone back there, producers, writers, they all know I'm about the story. I've been craving to tell a good story. And that's why I've been, people kind of poke fun at like, oh, this guy changes the characters every year. I'm like, well, because if something's not working and I'm not able to tell a story, I'm going to move on to the next thing to try to figure out how to get a character that can tell a story. So my big objective, my big goal is I want to wow the world. I want to tell them this incredible, passionate story that's mixed with performance, with emotion, with everything that's what makes WWE and sports entertainment great. That's my goal. And I think that's the next chapter. I think we need to get to the real story.
Absolutely. That emotion, again, comes across in everything you do. And I wish you the best of luck with it, man. I've got a couple more questions before we finish now. You visited Jeddah for a promotional tour during Ramadan recently and got to meet so many people. I know you talked about the different cultures of people that support not only you, but WWE in Saudi Arabia. And I wonder, what is the message, not only for your fans, but fans of WWE that are part of these historic events and, have supported you from the beginnings of your career and you're running WWE and will continue to do so way beyond this time, this interview, years from now? What is your message to those people around the world, whether they're here in the UK or beyond that, who've got behind you and, of course, WWE in this historic time?
Yeah, my message would be that Mustafa Ali is a man of the people and not just quote unquote his people. Growing up watching WWE, I loved it. I loved everything about it. But the one thing that I was missing was someone that looked like me. Like I never saw that person on TV. And when I did, in movies or in TV shows, there's always this negative portrayal. There's always a stereotypical preconceived idea of what someone named Mustafa should be doing. So fast forward now, I'm hoping that I get to be that to kids watching across the world, not just in the Middle East, not just in Pakistan, not just in India, not just in the United States, anyone across the world. And I don't just mean that for the Muhammad and Aishas for the world. I mean that for anybody who has ever felt like their name or what they look like or where they're from has defined them and has prevented them from doing something. If I could be like their person, if I could be their guy, then I'm humbled and I felt like it's all the bumps and the bruises and the broken bones and the travel, the miles traveled. It'll be all worth it then. That's my message. Hold on a little longer. We're gonna make it.
Absolutely. I love that. And final one, a little bit of a continuation from that. I'm giving the floor to you. This is where we check if I've done my job properly, Mustafa. Is there anything I've missed that you want to plug? Obviously, whether that's a message, whether that's obviously more, for the people of Jeddah heading into Night of Champions, anything you want to say as we finish up today?
Saturday, May 27th, I am challenging GUNTHER for the Intercontinental Championship. And one way or the other, I might go down, but I will go down swinging. But I promise you, I will come with all of my heart, all of my passion, all of my emotion, and I will do everything till my last dying breath to become the new Intercontinental Champion.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck, mate. Good luck.
I appreciate you. Thank you, man.